So you've done some conversions and you've kind of like, I asked you to find your geographic location and then you punched it into that machine and it converted it for you. So how does that work? I want to show you here. This is the math behind it, right? This is the process. This is what's under the hood. So in this case, I'm saying that our latitude is 60 degrees, 30 minutes, and 15 seconds. Okay? Now, that turns into this decimal, which is 60.504167. How does that work? How did that happen? Okay, so we have to take these three parts and do some math. It's actually pretty simple math. So the first one is the degrees, okay? Degrees are going to be on the left side of the degrees. They're on the left side of the decimal point here, right? So that's the big number there. And that's, yeah, this is going to be plus. So this is going to be north, right? So 60 degrees north of the equator, okay? Where does this part come in? 0.50 is going to be minutes, okay? How many minutes are there in an hour? This is what we're thinking. There are 60 minutes in 1 degree and 3,600 seconds in an hour. Okay, and how do we get that? 60 times 60, right? 60 seconds times 60 minutes. So we're getting like smaller units and smaller units, right? Think about how precise we want to be with our GPS. We have to get very accurate. So we have 60 degrees turns into 60, and then on the right side of the decimal point, we have 30 minutes, and that's 0.5. Where does 30 minutes come from? Okay, where does 0.50 come from? We divide 30 minutes. There are 60 minutes in an hour, or in this case, we're calling degrees hours. And so 30 minutes is half a degree, right? We have 60 degrees and then a half of a degree, which is 30 minutes, because there's 30 minutes is half an hour. There are 60 minutes an hour. 30 is 0.5. We divide 30 by 60 and we get 0.5. And this part at the end is the hardest to get. This is going to be our seconds, okay? And this is 0.0041666666. And that's going to be 15, which is the seconds we have, divided by 3,600. You can see as we go further along from degrees, minutes to seconds, we have less and less, right? We have smaller and smaller parts, but we have to be as accurate as possible with location. So that's what we're doing, okay? 3,600, why 3,600? Because this is the smallest amount. We're in seconds, but we're still in the decimal attached to the 60, right? We have 60 degrees, and then we have one more degree, which is less, and we're splitting it up. We have 30 minutes, which is half an hour a degree, so it's 0.50, and then we have these really small ones in seconds, which is the smallest unit of time. And what we're going to do is divide that number of seconds by the number of seconds there are in an hour or a degree, which is 3,600, right? 60 seconds in a minute and 60 minutes in an hour or a degree. So we multiply 60 times 60 and we get 3,600. And then what happens is that we get 15. We divide 15 by 3,600. We get 0.0041666. Okay, so that means we have to skip 2 decimal places, which are taken up by the 30 minutes here, which is half an hour or a degree, so it's 60.50. And then we start out with 416, and we rounded there 7. So that's how we do that. I'm going to ask you to do that. You're going to convert it using a machine, but I want you the skill of actually doing this math, so you're going to have to do that. So practice it, and the best thing to do is go into the machine and use this method with the dividing by 60 and dividing by 3,600, and see if you get the same kind of thing when you put it through the conversion machine as when you do it yourself. This isn't hard math. It's not designed to be. Use a calculator, of course. You'll be good.